Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome you all in PIST Virtual Learning System Session 2020. I hope you are enjoying your virtual learning classes. Alhamdulillah. Dear students, this lecture is for grade first year, subject computer science. And we are on chapter number 7, database fundamentals. And this is our 46th video lecture. Dear students, today I'm going to talk about cardinality, modality, ER diagram, and examples of ER diagram. So in our previous lecture, we discussed about the degree of relationship. The number of participating entities in a relationship is known as the degree of the relationship. It has two types, unary relationship and binary relationship. And when we talk about the relationship, then we can find the cardinality and modality specify the business rules in a relationship. So cardinality refers to the maximum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with instance in the related entity. And modality refer to the minimum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with an instance in the related entity. So we have already discussed all these things in the previous lecture. Today we will continue with the help of diagram. So here on your screen we have one diagram of student and seats. The example is, let's draw a ER diagram of entity student and seat that specify the cardinality and modality. Our students fill a seat. This is one-to-one relationship. If you remember that we have discussed this in the previous lecture, one-to-one relationship. This relationship, one-to-one relationship, when only one instance of an entity is associated with the relationship, it is marked as one-to-one relationship. And in this relationship can be drawn, and you can be view on your screen. Student have one seat. The cardinality, one student can fill a maximum of one seat. One student can fill a maximum of one seat. One seat can be filled by a maximum of one student. Each side of relationship has a cardinality of 1. And modality, the modality on each side is also 1. A student must fill at least one seat, and one seat must be filled by at least one student. So here we have 1 by 1 cardinality and 1 by 1 modality. The highest and the maximum of cardinality is one student can fill a maximum of one seat. One student cannot take more than one seat, and one seat can be filled by the maximum of one student. So on one seat only one student can sit. So cardinality between the student and the seat, and the relationship between the student and seat is the maximum is one student. Each side of the relationship has a cardinality of 1. And the modality, the lowest number, means that the minimum number of instance you can repeat, you can return. So modality on each side is also 1. So at least a student must fill one seat. At least one seat can be filled by, one seat must be filled by at least one student. So this is a modality between the student and the seat relationship. The second example is, let us see the relationship between the entities teacher and a course. A teacher teaches one or more courses. This is one-to-many relationship. This is one-to-many relationship. If you remember, in the previous lecture, we have already discussed one-to-many relationship when more than one instance of an entity is associated with a relationship. It is marked as one-to-many relationship. So here, one teacher can teach many courses. One teacher can teach one or more courses or many courses. So this relationship is one to many relationship. This relationship type is one to many relationship. So here on your screen, you can view the graphical representation and ER of teacher and course. In teacher and course, the relationship between, you can view cardinality. One teacher can teach many courses. One teacher can teach many courses. One course is taught by only one teacher. So here the cardinality is one to many. Means that one teacher can teach many courses, but one course is taught by only one teacher. At the one time, only one teacher can taught one course. So the relationship between the teacher and the courses are one to many. Cardinality is one to many, and modality is one on both ends of the relationship. One on both ends of the relationship. One teacher must teach at least one course. So one teacher must teach at least one course, and a course must be taught by one teacher. It means one course must be taught by at least one teacher. So modality is one by one. One to one relationship in the modality is one on both ends of the relationship. One teacher must teach at least one course, and the course must be taught by one teacher. So here on your screen, the cardinality you can view. We have the sign of the one to many relationship. Here on your screen you can view the sign of one to many relationship, and this is your modality. This one indicates the sign of modality. Here we have this one. This line indicates that it means that the cardinality is one and the modality is also one. Here we have many, one to many relationship, and cardinality is one to many, and modality is one to one. Okay, one by one. In this diagram, the teacher and courses. So teacher, one teacher can teach one or more courses. One or more courses. The next example is a branch of a company has many departments, and each department is managed by a manager. A branch of a company has many departments, and each department is managed by a manager. The ER diagram that shows the cardinality and modality for this is on your, you can view on your screen here. Cardinality between the branch and the department. Each branch has one or more departments. Each branch has one or more departments. One department can only be in one branch. One department can only be in one branch. So therefore, cardinality between branch and department is one to many relationship. One to many relationship. So each department is managed by a manager. Each manager belongs to only one department. Each manager belongs to only one department. Therefore, cardinality between department and manager is one to one. Modality between branch and department. Modality between branch and department is one on both ends of the relation, because each branch must have at least one department and each department belongs to only one branch. And modality between department and manager. Modality between department and manager is also one on both ends of the relation, because a department must have at least one manager and a manager must manage one department. So here the cardinality between the branch and the department, cardinality between department and the manager. So cardinality between branch and department is each branch has one or more departments. Each branch has one or more departments, and one department can only be in one branch. And cardinality between department and manager. So each department is managed by a manager and each manager belongs to only one department. So therefore cardinality between department and manager is one to one. And if you will check the modality between branch and department, so modality between branch and department is one on both ends of the relation, because each branch must have at least one department and each department belongs to only one branch. And modality between department and manager means that it is also one on both ends of the relation, because the department must have at least one manager. The department must have at least one manager, and a manager must manage one department, at least one department. So modality on the both ends are 1 to 1. It's a 1 to 1. ER diagram, entity relationship diagram. An entity relationship model, ER model, ER diagram describes the structure of a database with the help of a diagram, which is known as entity relationship diagram. An ER model is a design or blueprint of a database that can later be implemented as a database. The main component of ER models are entity set and relationship set. So what is an entity relationship diagram, ER diagram? So an ER diagram shows the relationship among entity set. An entity set is a group of similar entities, and these entities can have attributes. In terms of DBMS, an entity is a table or attribute of a table in database. So by showing relationship among tables and their attributes, ER diagram shows the complete logical structure of a database. Let's have a look at a simple ER diagram to understand this concept. So dear students, in general words, ER diagram is a graphical relationship and the map between the relationship between the tables and attributes. So in tables we have different types of attributes, means columns. In DBMS we call them entities and attribute, but in general terms entity is a table or columns are attributes. And when we will combine and connect two tables with the help of the primary key and with the help of the relationship, so this diagram is called the entity relationship diagram. And ER diagram and ER map, or sometime it can be called ER model. So ER diagram basically ER diagram is a graphical representation of tables entities in a database and the relationship between them. It was developed by the Peter in 1976. ER diagram uses symbols to represent three different types of information. So on your screen you can view here we have three different types of symbols. So the rectangle is commonly used to represent the entities. The diamonds are normally used to represent relationship, and ovals are used to represent attributes. So entities can be represented by with the help of the rectangle. Then we have oval. Oval shape is used to represent the attribute, and relationship can be represented by with the help of the diamond shape. And we have weak entities, multi-valued attribute, and the weak relationship also. So double outline is used and the double rectangle is used to represent the weak entity, and multi-valued attributes can be represented by the double oval and with double line, and the weak relationship can be represented with the help of double line of diamond shape and the double diamond shape. So here the simple ER diagram you can view. So suppose you have a student entity, and you can represent the student entity with the help of the rectangle, and it have two attribute. So you can represent with the help of the oval shape the student ID and the age. So these are the attribute. And here on the other side we have the second entity, that is course, and represented by the rectangle. And the course have two attribute, course ID and the credits. So it can be represented by oval shape, and you write course ID and the credit in within a oval shape. Then we can make the connection between these two entities with the help of the diamond shape, and we can write the relationship in diamond shape. So students have courses and courses. So here the relationship between the student and the course, and we can shown with the help of the diamond shape. So here attributes are oval shape, diamond shapes are used to represent the relationship, and the entity can be represented by with the help of rectangle box. So here are few examples of ER diagrams for some systems like library management system, student management system, and ticket booking system. So here, first of all, we will discuss the library management system. Library management system consists of three entities. The entities are books, readers, and staff. An ER diagram for library management systems you can view on your screen. So here on your screen you can view we have entities in rectangle box. So here is a staff, this is one entity. Then here we have a readers, then we have books, okay. And so here on your screen you can view here, look, we have entity staff. This is your staff entity, this is your reader entity, and this is your book entity, okay. And here we have attributes, the name, ID, these are attributes of staff. Here you can view the reader entity. On the reader entity we have the attribute name, ID, roll number, and class. And here in the books we have attribute ISBN number, title, category, price, publisher, serial number, author, okay. So we have three main entities with attributes. We can represent with attributes. Here you can view on your screen. Now they have a relationship with each other. So how you can view the staff maintain? Here you can view the staff maintain. Here this is the relationship. Here the staff maintain books. Staff maintain books. Books maintained by staff. This is a relationship between the entity staff and the books. On the other hand, you can view the staff keeps track of reader. So here the relationship is the staff keep tracks of reader. This is the relationship between the staff and the reader. Now here the reader and the books, the relationship between the readers and the books. So here you can view the readers returns book, written books, books written by reader. So we have one more relation between the books and the reader. Reader, here you can view the reader reserve books, the reader reserve books. And one more relationship we have, the reader issue books, the reader issue books. So here in the relationship we can maintain the further information. For issuance we can maintain the issue date. For reserve we can maintain the reserve date. Here we can maintain the return date. And dear students, you must remember that the primary key here, so here we have a staff entity, and the primary key of this staff entity, and in attribute the ID, staff ID, this is our primary key. And here in the readers, the readers ID is our primary key, and here ISBN is our primary key. So with the help of primary key we can establish a relationship between the entities. So here on your screen we have a ER diagram of library management system. So here staff, the entity staff is the all staff of the library, and its attribute are ID, primary key, name and designation. Then we have books. The entity books is the all variable books in the library. Its attributes are ISBN, that is the primary key, title, category, price, publisher, serial number and author. Then we have a readers. The entity reader is all the members of the library. Its attributes are ID, primary key, name, class and roll number. So in the previous slide, we have viewed, like here we have staff, we have reader and books. All these are attributes. And then the relationship between the staff and books is many to many, because many staff members are maintaining the books. The relationship between staff and reader is many to many, because many staff members keep track of many readers. And the relationship between readers and the books is one to many, because a reader can borrow one or more books. The relationship between readers and books is many to many, as many readers can reserve and also return many books. So here the colorful representation of ER diagram for library management system. So books are entity, borrowed by member and publisher. So books borrowed by members and books published by publisher, and books published by publisher. And here the books have some entities like book ID, that is a primary key, author, title, price, available. And here we have the member. Here we have member ID, member date, member type, address, name, expiry date. Then publisher ID, address, name. So this is another example of library management system in which we have books, publisher and member. And in the previous example, we have already discussed the staff, reader and books. This is a ER diagram of library management system in which we have three entities: staff, reader and books. And in the next ER diagram, we have books, publisher and member. This is a one example of library management system. So here we have a next example, that is student management system. Student management system registers students for various courses and store and print their result. It consists of three entities, which are student, course and result. ER diagram for student management systems you can view. This is a concise form of ER diagram. Here we just represent the entities with the help of the rectangle box, but here we did not represent the attributes. So you can represent by using the oval shape. So if you know the attributes of student entities, so you can draw with the help of the oval shape by connecting with the help of a line. So here you can just view a simple and the concise form of ER diagram in which we have three entities: student, course and result. So students have the relationship with the course, and the course have a relationship with the result. The entity student is a set of all the students and its attributes: admission number, student name, address, date of birth and telephone number. So these entity attributes you can represent with the help of the oval shape, and you can also draw all these on the diagram. Then we have course. The entity course is a set of all course offered, and its attributes are course code, course name, credit, semester and year. Then the next result, the entity result is a set of all results of students, and its attributes are marks obtained, max marks and grade. And then we have a relationship. The relationship between student and course is one to many, because students can register for one or more courses. The relationship between course and result is one to one, because there is only one result for each course. So this is students have one to many relationship. One student can have many courses. So the relationship is one to many, and course and result relationship is one to one, because one course have only one result. So this is one to one relationship. The student and the course relationship is one to many, and course and result relationship is one to one relationship. So here on your screen you can view one more diagram of student management system. In the student management system, here we have three entities: student, course section, and course. Student is registered in course section. The relationship between student is registered in course section, and course is one more entity. Course is section of course section. Course is a section of course section, and student has past courses. Student has past courses. The relationship between the student and course is student has past courses. So this is a ER diagram of student management system. So here you can view one more example of student management system. Here you can view the student, exam, and record card. So here we have student. This is one entity. Exam is one more entity, and here record card is one more entity. So attributes are, these are attributes. The student ID, this is a primary key, and the attribute and the name of the column. Phone number, student name, father name, last name, phone number, date of birth, address, street, city, all these are attributes. And here in the exam we have student ID, subject, exam number, and here record card we have record number, subject, name, and here we have score. Now here the relationship, what is the relationship between these three entities? So student sit for exam, student sit for exam. This is the relationship between exam and student. Here exam record card, and record card have record of exam. So this is a relationship between the exam and the record card. So you can also create relationship between the student and record card also. Here you can make a relationship. Student have record card. Record card means the result card. So here you can make a relationship between the result card and student. So student have record card. Here you can mention record card of a student, and the student have record card. One student have one record card. So this is one-to-one relationship between the student result card, and one student have only one result card, and at least modality and cardinality is 1 1. So one student have at least one result card, and this is the maximum and the minimum value. The cardinality and the modality between the student and the result card is 1 and 1. And student sit for exam, this is also student sit for exam, and exam record result card and the score. So this is a relationship between the these entities, and this is the ER diagram of student management system. So inshallah, in next lecture we will continue the examples of ER entity relationship diagram. Then we will start the new topic, relational schema. So till then, Allah Hafiz.